Hello, friends. Welcome to this week's Ask Ashley, where you can ask me your crochet business questions, and I will answer as many of them as I can in about 30 minutes. We have Mackenzie hanging out today. She's going to copy and paste questions over from Instagram into the chat so I can see them as well as you guys here on YouTube. Thank you for being here. Thank you for asking questions. I think we've already got some coming in over here, Mackenzie, if you want to copy and paste those over. And also, we've been fooling with our settings over here on YouTube, so maybe Mackenzie's name is going to show up as Mackenzie instead of a crafty concept in the comments. We're going to test that out and see how she does. Okay, still says a crafty concept. We tried. I see Mackenzie, or I don't know. We don't know why it's doing that. That's weird. First question says, I'm working on small spring summer projects. It's from Instagram, by the way. But there aren't any live markets in my area right now. How do I sell these types of things online? Working on small spring and summer projects. Okay, so this is coming from Instagram. I'm not sure of whose name that it was, but how you would sell small spring and summer projects online is how you would sell any of your projects online. So if you are trying to create an actual business and not just a hobbyist, I recommend being on Etsy if you have the capacity to take more orders. If you currently have as many orders as you can manage and you don't have an Etsy shop, but you do have an online shop, but it's not an Etsy shop, then you're golden. But if you don't have an online shop at all, I recommend Etsy. And if you don't have an Etsy shop but are able to take more orders, I recommend Etsy for that as well. Because then you can promote to the whole world, not just people in your small town, or not everybody lives in a small town, not just people in your area, right? The whole world. And then you can build your business and then your online presence. And then the next time you go to a market in your area, you can have business cards or signage that tells people you're also online. So when market people come to shop with you, say they buy something and they love it, and 3 months later they're showing their friend or they're gifting it to the friend they bought it for, and they're like, where did you get that? And they say, oh, it was at the whatever market. The business was called A Crafty Concept. If you weren't online, they wouldn't have anywhere to send you. If they wanted to buy another one, or send their friend, if they wanted to buy another one, they wouldn't have anywhere to go because you don't have an online shop. So I really recommend having an online presence if you plan on doing markets. But you do not have to do markets with an online shop, okay? So either Etsy and markets together, or just Etsy by itself, or just your own e-commerce site. I don't recommend doing markets without an online shop, because then you're working harder, not smarter. You're going to have one-time customers with one-time sales instead of return customers that shop from your brand repeatedly throughout the year, like forever or however long you serve them with the season of life that they're in. Hi, Anthea. Welcome. Hello, Deborah and Sarah and Kathy. Welcome. I'm so happy you guys are here. I hope that question was helpful. It did come from Instagram. So let me know if you want to dive in a little bit deeper, but I definitely recommend having an online shop presence. And I am team Etsy. I know Etsy gets a bad, is it rep or rap? Rap, like WRAP? I know sometimes people don't like Etsy, but I truly do. And I can extend on that as well. If more people would like to know why do I like Etsy so much, I'd be happy to tell you. The next question is from Sarah, and she says, ideas on how to get customers at markets to sign up for my email list. Sarah, I love any email list question, because that tells me you are trying to grow your email list. And I think that is one of the top 3 most important things any small business can do, is focus on your email list. So great question. Thank you for asking it and giving me the opportunity to talk about it. Second, you need to offer them something enticing, something that makes them say, ooh, I want that, in exchange for giving you their email list, their email address. Now, you cannot have a paper, like a clipboard with paper on it that says, write down your email list and I will add you, write down your email and I will add you to my email list when I get home. That's not okay anymore. Apparently it was okay like 20 years ago, but it's not okay now because of the email restrictions and rules, GDPR, something. So you need to create a landing page where people can type in their email and sign up to your email list that way. I use, love, and recommend Flowdesk. Hopefully Mackenzie can grab a link for you. It will give you 50% off your first year, which is that's a huge discount. 50% is huge. You can create FORMs on Flowdesk, and those count as your landing page. You can do it on MailChimp, and it's called a landing page. In Flowdesk, it's called a forum. And then on Flowdesk, you create the form that says, sign up to my email list, and you'll get this thing as a thank you, whatever the thing is that you come up with. And then they type in their email, they type in their name, and they hit submit or whatever. And then they automatically get the thing that you said they were going to get. So for me, I give the 2024 content calendar. Sign up to my email list, you'll get the 2024 content calendar. You go to the thing, type in your email and your name, you hit sign up, and then the 2024 content calendar is sent to you automatically. That is done through Flowdesk. Flowdesk makes all of that possible. It is an email service provider like MailChimp, and ConvertKit, I think, is one. There's a whole bunch. I really like Flowdesk. We switched a couple years ago and never looked back. So what type of freebies could you offer? If you are a finished piece seller, you need to offer a freebie that's ideal customer specific. Even if you're not a finished piece seller, whoever you are, your freebie needs to be ideal customer specific. Because if it's not ideal customer specific, one, you're going to get people on your email list that are not, you're going to be your ideal customer, and they're not going to buy from you later. So you're just going to be building your email list for no reason. And two, if it's not ideal customer specific, it will not attract the people that want the freebie, right? Like, you need them to want it, and you need to want them, if that makes sense. So things that I recommend to offer as freebies for finished piece sellers, you could always go with the golden, just a coupon. Sign up for 15% off. It'll be sent to you automatically. And then you can have your Flowdesk set up to where as soon as they sign up, you say, I'm so happy you joined my list. Here's your 15% off code. And it could be like welcome 15, or make it a little bit more creative than that. But then they know that they can use it. And you can, at your market, you can say, just show it to me, and I can give you the 15% off here in person. So you could do that at your market. Another thing that you could do is, maybe if they sign up to your email list at your market, they get to spin the wheel for whatever, either a free something from your shop, like in your booth, or a discount off of one item, or a discount off of their whole purchase, like whatever. You can make your wheel have a whole lot of different stuff. You could do where they sign up to your email list and they get a PDF of some sort, like a gift guide. If you had a market this weekend, is Sunday Mother's Day? Okay, so if you had a market coming up, you could do a Father's Day gift guide. If your ideal customer, if you sell man things, father things, and your ideal customer is shopping for their dad in a couple of weeks, you could give them a gift guide that shows all these things that you offer that could be a great gift for certain types of dads. Is your dad a golfer? He would like this golf club cozy. Is your dad a beer drinker? He would like this beer mug handle situation, things like that. You could also offer a PDF that's not a gift guide, but instead an adoption certificate. So if you sell, for Gracie dolls, I have an adoption certificate, and you could design something like that. And if they buy a Gracie doll, they can sign up to get the adoption certificate, or a coloring page that's ideal customer specific. So if you sell jungle themed animals, which would be like elephants and tigers and giraffes and zebras, maybe you had a jungle themed coloring page that you designed for free on Canva that they can get for after signing up. Maybe they get a PDF of a greeting card, or a Happy Mother's Day card, or a Happy Father's Day card that they can print out and then fold or whatever and put it with their order that they just purchased, right? Something that's ideal customer specific, that they would raise their quality of life in some way. That's some of the options that you can give for freebies to get them on your email list. Oh, bad rap, RAP. Thank you, Crafted by Christy. Get them on your email list at your market. Great question, Sarah. 10 out of 10 on that question. Everybody should be trying to get everybody on their email list, all of their ideal customers. Next question is from Deborah, and she says a similar question. and you've probably covered this previously. How do I find local craft fairs and markets in my area? Some sites I have found online charge for obtaining the list of fairs and markets. Well, I wouldn't pay for that unless I knew for sure that it was something that was going to give me like gold information, right? But what I do is, if you have any local Facebook groups, Deborah, here in Berea, we have one that's called like Berea Locals or something. I can't remember what it's called now. And then my church has one that's like our church, and then mom's group, things like that. So there's small Facebook groups for our town. They also, some of them have buy and sell Facebook groups or yard sale Facebook groups where they share information with each other. So, or if your city has like an official city Facebook page, you can ask there, or you can ask in the Facebook groups and say, hey, I'm looking for markets this summer where a lot of millennial moms will be shopping. Make it ideal customer specific, Deborah. You do not want, if you sell college crop tops or crop tops for college age girls that go to music festivals, you do not want to be setting up at an elementary school craft fair. Your ideal customer is not going to be there. She is not going to be hanging out. If you sell more higher end products that are at a higher price point, and you go to a market where it's advertised as a free market, everything is free. There's free balloons, free face painting, free food, everything's free. You are not going to, there's not going to be a lot of people going to that market that are there to spend money. They're there for the free stuff. So you might not get a lot of good sales if you have higher priced items, right? They're there for the free stuff. And if there's something that's like $5 or $10, they might, let their kid get it or whatever, but they're there for the free, right? So keep that in mind when you are looking for markets. But you can put feelers out there. You can say, looking for markets where millennial moms are going to be shopping this summer or something like that, millennial moms hanging out, and then read through their answers and do some investigating work. Okay. Look at how the markets are, the different craft fairs are being marketed to the community. What are they highlighting? Is it a paid market? Those are good ones. If people have to pay to get like a ticket to go to this event, those people are going to spend money. Like they're going there to spend money specifically. So keep that in mind if you can find anything like that. And then ask in other Facebook groups of even like crocheters. You could say, hey, I live in Denver area. Are there any markets that you guys recommend that I go to this summer for millennial girl moms or whatever it is that your ideal customer is? You could ask in crochet Facebook groups too. I would start in the city, the small town Facebook groups first, because then you're going to get like, I don't know, less crochet specific, I guess, a little bit broader. But you could also ask local small business owners. If you have any friends that are small business owners, you could say, hey, do you guys set up at any festivals? I'm looking to set up at some festivals this year. I have a lot of small business owning friends in town that set up at different events throughout the summer and like fall and everything like that, Christmas time. So ask around with fellow small business owners too, and somebody will definitely be able to point you in the right direction. You're welcome, Sarah. I'm glad you found that helpful. Deborah says she's not on Facebook. So Deborah, do you have do you not have a Facebook for your business? Because in a lot of Facebook groups, you can join a Facebook group as a page instead of a person. You could do that. If you've got family or loved ones that have Facebook group or have Facebook, you could ask them to ask in your place and then let you know. Sorry, my mail thing was jumping. I wanted to turn it off. Or you could, I'm trying to think what I would do without Facebook if I needed this information. Ask small business owners. That's a good one. If you've got somebody that does your taxes, my tax guy is known. He's like a small business tax guy. Like everybody uses him. He's fantastic. If I needed to know about markets, he would probably know, because another small business owner is putting those on and he probably does their taxes. So you could also ask people like that. That would be those would be my first starting points, Deborah. Hopefully that was helpful. It's RAP, R-A-P, RAP for rapport. Got it. Okay. Thank you. Deborah said she doesn't have Facebook at all. She could ask her family members. That was a good idea, but she wondered if Instagram might be a similar source. I don't think Instagram would be in the same way that Facebook would be because of Facebook groups, but you could search geolocation type stuff on Instagram. So you could search like you could use it like a search box like Google, but not like, hey, is there any markets in town this year, like you would a Facebook group? But you could use it like you would Google if you was going to say music festivals in Berea, Kentucky, or craft shows in Berea, Kentucky. You could type that into Instagram and see like the search box and see what it gives you. You could also look up hashtags like hashtag 859. That's the area code here. Local hashtags, you could look those up as well. But I think maybe starting with business owner friends, or even businesses that you shop at regularly if they're not your friend. Like if you're their customer, ask them as their customer, hey, do you know of any markets or anything local that I could join this year? Thank you, Deborah, for your question. Next one is from Instagram, and they said, I've seen posts in stores, doing store drops on Etsy. How do you do the bulk listings like that? So this is from Instagram, so I don't know the name of the person, but from what I understand, if you want to do shop drops on Etsy, you would draft all of your listings and then make them go live all at the same time. I would have to log in to see if that's something that you can like go to your drafts page, and then there's a quick edit button. See if you click quick edit. It's going to be on the right-hand side of your screen if you're on like a computer, and then you should be able to see some options, and then just quickly like boom, 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 or check them all and then bulk make live. You could do that as well. But I think drafting everything, all of the listings as a draft and not public, and then whenever you're ready to do your drop, you would go in and make all of them go live. Hopefully that was helpful. Thank you for your question. Next question is from Megan, and she said, could you share what you do then with an email list? The thought of having to create content reliably my tongue is not working, for folks forever stresses me out. Is it something I can just work up to and get signups then? So Megan is saying she doesn't like the idea of having to serve an email list regularly forever. And I get that. Something that helps me with my email list, and I've had other business owners talk about this as well, is no matter what happens for my week, they still get at least Wrap Label Wednesday. That is a freebie that I send out every single Wednesday. I've been doing it for I think this is year 4 or maybe even 5, probably 4. And every single Wednesday they get that week's wrap labels. And then I like to also send emails on Mondays and Fridays, but that doesn't always happen because of life, right? Things are just chaotic all the time. So if you could get a regular thing that you could send them, and you can make them in bulk. Like I usually make my wrap labels. Last year I made them a whole year in advance. This year I've been doing it like 2 months in advance. But if you could sit down on Canva and make, say you wanted to do 1 email a month, like the first of the month, you want to send out an email. What could you give them each month that's seasonally appropriate that would serve them well? You can look at your 2024 content calendar. This is the paid version. There's also a free version. Mackenzie will drop the link for both for you. But if you go to any month, so in August, we've got trends, action step, marketing theme. So I would read what I would do if I were you. I would get me a piece of paper and have like 12 little numbers 1 through 12. And then, or I would even just write January through December. That's what I would do. I'd write them down on a piece of paper. And then I would read each of these, the paragraphs for each month. And this August says, summer is winding down and back to school is on the horizon. People will be squeezing in any last minute vacations, doing their back to school shopping, and making sure to get everything on their school supplies list. This month, continue to promote your back to school products and start sneaking in pumpkin makes and even Halloween pieces. And then the marketing tip says back to school, teacher gifts, classroom decor or organization, homeschool room decor or organization, locker accessories, fall preparations, Halloween preparations. Those are the suggested marketing themes. So you could say, okay, if my ideal customer is a mom of elementary school age kids in August or the month before, if you wanted to do it the month before. So what's before August? June, July 1st, send an email about back to school things And inside that email, you would say, this product I sell would make an excellent teacher's gift for the first day of school. This product I sell would make an excellent photo prop for watching your kid grow every year on their first day of school picture. This one would be a great gift for a kid that's struggling with anxiety of going back to school and change and how their schedules get all worked up. This one would be, you know what I mean? So send an email about things in your shop that are seasonally appropriate, that serve your ideal customer well in a way that will raise her quality of life in some way, seasonally appropriate, very front of mind for her. That's what I would do. And just show them the products in your shop that are seasonally appropriate that month and how you're solving a problem for them. You could do that for every month of the year. And then if you wanted to go a little bit further, you could design fun freebie things that you could send them on the first of the month, where maybe you have a mom with elementary age kids, and you send them a free coloring page every month, and they get used to getting that in their inbox from you every month. You say, hey, it's June 1st. Here's this month's coloring page. It is summer themed because we're in the midst of summer right now. Oh, by the way, here's 3 things that I have in my shop that can help you have the most fun this summer, help you get the most out of your summer time with your kids, things like that. So a freebie mixed with, hey, go buy my thing, without saying, hey, go buy my thing. That would be golden. And you could do all 12 of them in one day. You could sit down and draft them out. I can't remember the name of the person that asked this. Oh, Megan. You could sit down and draft out your actual text. If you do get Flowdesk, Megan, you can literally draft and schedule all of your emails in advance and then get them done. So maybe one afternoon you plan your emails. You just brainstorming what you could send, and you just like jot notes down. And then another afternoon you draft your emails and schedule them on Flowdesk, right? Super simple. Just kind of break it down. That's just once a month. If you can't commit to once a month right now, maybe do every other month. If you can't do every other month, maybe just do once a quarter and 4 emails a year. And then do what I said earlier, but maybe add a few more things like, this is what's coming up next, boom, 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 and how your business can help with those 3 things. Instead of just back to school season, you would do like three different things and how your business can help if you just did quarterly emails. Hopefully that was helpful, Megan. Thank you for your question. I love talking about emails. I love talking about email marketing, getting people on your list and serving them well through social media. Megan, also, spoiler alert, you're welcome. She said that breaking it out like that is super helpful. Every single thing that you make an email for would also make an excellent social media post. So you might even already have content that you've posted on social media that is ideal customer specific that you could turn into an email. If you have posted, well, I'm not going to give you any examples because it depends on who your ideal customer is and what you sell. But maybe if I was going to make an email to say 10 ways to decorate your home with pumpkins this fall, and I sell crochet pumpkins, so these mini pumpkins are perfect for 1, 2, 3. The medium-sized pumpkins are perfect for 5, 6, 7. If you have a group of pumpkins, is perfect for these 10 ways to decorate your home with pumpkins. Each of those 10 steps would make their own Instagram post. 10 ways to decorate your home with pumpkins. Part 1, boom. Part 2, boom. You would take all 10 of those things and make them into Instagram posts. Working smarter, not harder. That's what we're doing, Megan. We want to repurpose every single thing that we've ever done and every single thing that we will do in multiple ways. So you could honestly go back through your social media posts for the last couple months or even a year, see which ones have done really well that people seem to resonate with, got a lot of comments, conversations happening, or saves, meaning that you served them well in that post and they wanted to save it so they could return to it later, and turn those into emails. Maybe you just need to expand it a little bit more. And you can also ask like ChatGPT to help you do that. You can say, hey, I posted, copy and paste the thing. Say, can you help me turn this into an email? And by giving me 3 more examples of the thing that I said. So you can absolutely do that as well. Hopefully that was helpful, Megan. I know that you can do it. Also, we go over building an email list inside of Crochet Boss Academy. It is module 6, and the doors are opening in 19 days. Doors to Crochet Boss Academy open in 19 days. If you go to acraftyconcept.com/Crochet Boss Academy, actually, I don't even know if that's it. Just go to crochetbossacademy.com and you can see what all is included. And it's like massive. We go through a lot for 6 weeks together, and week 6 is email list. Thank you, Megan. Next question is Jessie, and she said, or it's a boy and a girl in the picture, so I'm not sure. Based on my ideal customer, I'm going to assume it's a girl. Do you have any tips on communicating prices for custom orders to avoid awkward sticker shock for higher priced items? Should I have some sort of notice that the customer can see before ordering? Jessie, are you hanging out live? Okay, she's a girl. She is hanging out live. Excellent. Are you talking about Etsy or at markets? If you can give me that information, that will help. Because if it's, well, I'm assuming you mean at markets or just like in your DMs. Because if it's on Etsy, the price is there in front of them. Okay, so if you've got your thing listed, so say you sell Gracie dolls and they're $85 and you've got specific, like this is a Gracie doll, and you've got specific ones that you've got ready to ship or that you've made in the past that you've now listed in your shop to be like statement pieces in your shop. So maybe you've got 10 Gracie dolls with a different variety of like hair, skin, dress. But you also have the option for a custom Gracie doll. So your Gracie dolls that you've already designed or put together are $85, but then your custom one is $105, and they get to choose the hair color, the skin color, the dress color. They get to choose all the things. You would make a listing separate. So you would have your 10 listings of the Gracie dolls that you offer, and then a custom doll listing, one listing that's custom. And then in each of your 10 Gracie doll listings, you could put in the description, love this doll, but wish you could customize her. Click here to visit our custom Gracie doll listing. And you can actually hyperlink an Etsy listing inside of another Etsy listing. So they could literally click on it and jump straight into the custom listing. That's what I would do. And if for anybody who's listening now that, and then, so she said that they send it to her in her Etsy DMs. I would have listings for custom whatevers, all of them. And if you got a message that said, hey, I love your hats, I was wondering if you could make it in purple, you can say, hi, I can. Here's the link to the custom hat listing. Just read the description so you know how, or like make sure you put purple in the note to seller or something like that, whatever it is that you've got set up. But I would send them that listing specifically because that's going to answer their question about the price. You're not going to they're going to be like, how much is it? And you'd be like, it's $120. You just say, absolutely, I'd love to make a purple hat for you. Here's the listing for a custom beanie. And you would have a custom listing for any of the products in your shop that you want to do custom orders for. That's what I would do. Let me know if that's helpful, Jessie, or if you want to touch on it a little bit more. Next question is from Instagram. At what point do you recommend shifting from a crafter to establishing a small business? So that's going to depend on your why. Why do you do what you do? What is the fuel, the gas in your tank, right? What is keeping you going when things are stressful or things aren't working out, or you've had to frog your project 6 times, or you've had to make the 100th clear bun beanie in a row and you hope you never have to make one again? What is the power that pushes you through those times? That's going to be your why. If your why is aligned with trying to build an actual business and not just being a hobbyist, then shift immediately. Start making the changes you need to make to start becoming a business. Start taking yourself more seriously or thinking of yourself as a business instead of a crafter. Take steps necessary to start to establish your brand. And best thing for you, it's an Instagram person, so I don't have their name. Crochet Boss Academy opens in 19 days, and I can help you explicitly take your crafting hobby and turn it into a business step by step. We will first figure out who your ideal customer is. Second, we will figure out your branding. Third and fourth, we will figure out your Etsy shop. Fifth, we will figure out your social media strategy. And sixth, we will figure out your email list strategy. We will do it very, very intricately in much detail inside of Crochet Boss Academy. Doors open May 25th, and they will not open back up until 2025. It's a once a year situation, and it's only in 19 days. Thank you for your question. I hope that was helpful. Next one is also from Instagram. Is it better to have ready-made items to sell or just have pictures of the items, then make them when ordered? So that's going to be personal preference and your why. Like, why are you doing what you're doing? And then your business model. Like, what fills you with joy? For me, and the way my brain works and the way I teach my students is you should have your listing set as made to order, meaning you make them after they order them. Does that mean you don't have any in stock ready to go? No. If I had a made to order listing for 10 linen Claire bun beanies, I set the quantity to 10 because that's how much yarn I have on hand to make 10 linen Claire bun beanies, right? Maybe I have 4 already made, and my turnaround time says 1 to 3 days or 3 to 5 days because I know I have 4 already made and I can get it out the door within that time frame and then replace it while I'm waiting for the next order to come in. That's what I like to do. I do not recommend building a business with just ready to ship listings because of the life of that link. So if you listed a purple Claire bun beanie and then you sold it and then you listed a blue one, a pink one, a green one, and then you just sold them and they were gone, if somebody pinned that Etsy listing on Pinterest and then you sold it and it was gone, that link now goes to somebody else's Etsy shop. Etsy will say, oh, that's sold out. Here's some similar products, which is a bunch of people that's not you. If somebody sent a link to their friend, say, hey, here's a purple one, and their friend didn't buy it yet, and then a week later they're like, oh, I was going to go buy that. My skiing trip is in 2 weeks. I'm going to go buy it now, and it doesn't work anymore because it's sold already. It's going to say, here's some similar things. That's not you. I would not. That's working harder, not smarter. And if you have everything like statement listings that are in your shop year round, I recommend organizing by color. So like if you sell Claire bun beanies, have one of each Claire bun beanie in like each color. 10 colors, 10 listings for your Claire bun beanie, 11 if you want to make one that says custom Claire bun beanie, right? That's what I recommend, because then the links to your listings live forever and you are working smarter, not harder. Hopefully that was helpful. That came from Instagram. Let me know if you want to touch on it. We got one more question. I'm going to try to hit really quick. We're at 5:02. Mackenzie, you can leave if you need to. Next one is from Stephanie, and she says, is there a general rule of thumb for using others' patterns for finished products? If it's a common pattern all over YouTube, for example, how do we know who to credit? So, Stephanie, I would love to know what you mean by who to credit. If it's all over YouTube, it should be different designs. Like maybe there's 10 different designs for a crochet bumblebee keychain, but each of those would belong to a different designer. So you should be able to credit the designer, the specific designer. Now, if you're saying you pulled some elements from here and you pulled some elements from here and you made your own, that's just going to put more work on you for like the crediting portion. But I would say the wings is from a Crafty Concept and the body is from Taylor Lynn Crochet. That's what I would do. Now, are you legally allowed to sell the finished piece that you make from somebody else's pattern? I don't know for sure. I had a lawyer tell me that yes, they can. And Pam of the Crochetpreneur had a lawyer tell her that no, they cannot. So I guess it depends on the lawyer that you have. If it's in a Crafty Concept pattern, you have my permission. You're going to have to ask each designer from each pattern, unless the pattern says in the pattern, like in the copyright thing, yes, you can sell the finished piece, or no, you cannot sell the finished piece. I would ask them and then make yourself a spreadsheet so you don't ask them again in the future, right? And then if they don't answer you, I'm not giving any legal advice. You do you, never mind. But I would credit them in your Etsy listing or in your Instagram post, wherever it is that you're posting the thing, pattern by at a Crafty Concept. That is sufficient for me. Other designers might have other requests. I don't know how to go about doing that. I would make a spreadsheet is what I would do. And I would say a Crafty Concept and then how to credit her, and maybe do that for each of the different designers if you wanted to do that. It's kind of a weird one. If it's a Crafty Concept, please sell it. Please sell your finished piece. I hope they blow up and they go viral and you are known for that type of thing, like whatever it was. If I had a bumblebee keychain pattern and you were selling it and they blew up and everybody knew that it was your bumblebee keychain and you said pattern by a Crafty Concept and you're still the bumblebee keychain girl, that would make me so happy. I couldn't be happier. So, but every designer is going to be a little bit different. Okay, friends. Megan said, gratitude. I drew on your advice for Etsy photos. Explicitly show how your customer can use the item for an Instagram reel, and it's gone bonkers. I had to film at night when kids were down, but it worked. That's fantastic. I'm so happy to hear that, Megan. So she took my advice and it worked really, really well. Stephanie said, I just don't know how to write patterns, so I need to use other patterns to make products. 100%, Stephanie. You are my ideal customer. My ideal customer does not know how to write patterns. My ideal customer is not a pattern designer. She is a finished piece seller only. You can absolutely grow an entire business as big or as small as you want, selling finished pieces that other people have designed, as long as you got their permission, you don't get in trouble, like legally. Stephanie, there are thousands of people, if not tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, I don't know, just like you, who do not design. They don't know how to design. They don't want to learn how to design. They want to build a business selling their finished pieces. You are my ideal customer friend. Okay, that is all for today. Thank you for all the questions. That one went really smooth. I hope you found it helpful. Go take action. If you heard something that tickled your fancy today, go take action on that thing. Do it before you go to bed. Do it while you're laying there trying to fall asleep. Whatever it is, do some sort of action so you can teach your body that when we get information, we take action. And then it'll start becoming second nature for you, and you will little by little grow your business. Mark your calendars for May 25th. That is when the doors for Crochet Boss Academy open. It is going to be a very fun time. I will be sending emails very shortly about all of the fun things that's going to be happening that week. So keep an eye out for that. And I will see you guys same time, same place for the whole month of May, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Mondays for Ask Ashley. I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Have a good day. Okay, bye, Instagram.